I know this guy who he smuggled in. I was in Tucson. This was pretty good. He had some tequila from Mexico, and he brought.
Why you had to smuggle it in?
I don't know.
Did you drink some?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you better not have it. If he got to smuggle it in. Let me tell you why
I didn't drink any.
Why?
I don't know if he smuggled it in. I know he got it from Mexico. I think he said that he did.
Did
he
he have it in between his?
Because I think this specific one was illegal here. Or I don't know. But anyways, what do you mean? Did he have it between his what? What is that?
You know what I'm saying?
Between his what?
You know what?
Mom, I don't know between his what?
His butt crack.
Ew. Mom, first of all, it's a big bottle.
That's how people smuggle it in.
Mom.
Or under they.
Under they what? This is an adult channel.
The BALLF.
First of all, that is NASTY. Is what it is.
People do it all the time, Darius.
Mom.
That's how you get the drugs.
First of all, oh my God.
They put it in their booty crack and everything.
Those are not.
That's real.
Listen, Mom. That's not a good hiding place under your BALLS.
People do it though. Under their sack.
Mom, what though? It would have to be so small.
Oh, there's drugs. I'm saying drugs are small, like they really be in little bitty bags. Some people put it in their booty hole, and they crack the booty. They put it in their rectum, right at the tip.
That might be a lot, I think. But like for what though? It's not that much.
To hide.
But it's not that much.
Boy, that's enough to get you in jail.
No, I'm saying like if it's not that much, you must be visiting. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not trying to smuggle it to sell it if you're putting it in your...
Yes, there, but some people, I don't know how big it is because your butt hole can hold a lot.
Okay.
The booty hole can hold a lot.
Okay, Mom. I think we're doing too much. I think this might be a little bit too much. I don't know.
I think the booty hole can hold a lot, so they be putting stuff up there and they be getting caught. Some people be trying to swallow that stuff with in plastic bags and they get so sick and die.
Mom, that's stupid.
They'll swallow it and think they're gonna throw it throw it back up.
At that point, I think you need to seek help. I think it's time. If you need, okay, so let me show you my logic. Okay, you're coming from wherever, you're going to wherever, you're trying to smuggle anywhere, and you're only bringing a little bit. Which means you're not going to be there for long. It's probably like
no, Darius. I'm talking about when they're trying to bring it to people to sell it.
But why?
Some of that stuff is a lot of money on the streets. But and you just get a very, very little bitty ball will get you a lot of money. So if they got a whole like a fist full of that, that's a lot of money.
Okay, a fistful's a lot, but that's not going anywhere in your rectum.
Darius, okay, how about half of a fistful? Some people will stick that up their rectum. And then they sit there and they swallow it. Keep swallowing with bags and bags, and then when they swallow it, they just throw it back up. But some people say it dissolve.
Do the people who are buying it, do they know that where it's been?
They don't care. Do you think they care?
Seek help. Seek help. I think at this point it's like
Darius, people that do drugs don't care about where it come from, as long as they get their hit. They don't be caring about it came out your butt crack. Oh, where did you have this? Did you have this in your vagina? And your
Mom, I'm trying to make this up.
But JJ, what you want them to say? They do that and then they only ask them a question. If they did ask the question, they still gonna take it. If it's gonna get their next high.
Mom, I'm not doing it.
Well, we know.
Anyways, back to the tequila.
What's up, my beloved?
I got the sauce. Smackalicious. Beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Hey y'all, what's up?
So you just gonna take my soda over there too?
Oh, my bad. Here. Anyways, y'all, we are eating today a little snacks like y'all ever heard of these snacks? These things like this.
Things.
Right. Small plates. That's called small plates. Which one is yours, Darius?
The one that isn't cracked is not mine.
Darius,
mine.
The ones that's cracked is yours, right?
This one? I think it's these two.
He gets on.
Oh. I didn't know it was gonna fall off.
Danger. Anyway, let's say grace. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this food that we're about to receive. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Listen. So Oppenheimer, you're supposed to see in a movie theater screen at 70 millimeters. It's a certain size because otherwise they cut it down and they crop it. It's a whole thing, but they don't have them in those theaters where we're gonna be at in Minneapolis. I don't think. So I want to see it in Atlanta.
So you don't have to wait. So y'all not gonna be in the hype.
No.
Y'all not gonna be in the hype.
No, we are.
Dang.
That's what he said. No.
I'm saying no. Y'all not gonna be in the hype.
We are.
Darius, if it starts on a Friday.
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it in Minneapolis. Yes. So
that's why I was saying. Dang. Because if you don't see it in Minneapolis, you're not gonna make it. To be in the middle of it, like everybody going to get drinks. Y'all, it's gonna be that place is gonna be full of young adults drunk.
Mom, I'm not gonna be drunk.
Not drunk, but tipsy.
I made the mistake.
I hope y'all don't be crazy.
I made the mistake one time and one time only.
And bring your drink inside the place.
No, you drink at the bars in the theater.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do that now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, some people used to bring their bottle and they put
Have you
their
ever drank on a flight?
No.
You never have?
No.
Did you know that it's free? I did not know.
In first class.
And in Comfort Plus on Delta.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
And Malik told me that I said you're lying. That's not true. You have to pay for it. And I looked it up and it said it's complimentary for Comfort Plus and first class. You can get drinks, like actual alcohol, for free.
So what you mean?
Don't pay for
so what did I say that?
It was a fact that I wanted you to know about.
Are you trying to drink?
Mom, and if I was, I'm old enough to do so. What? You know what? I feel like my image is as a child, but I'm not one, actually.
I'm not
a child anymore. A couple years ago I was, but now I'm about to be 23 years old, and I'm still just being babied.
Yeah, that's not baby.
No, I feel like it is. Why can't I have a drink? When you were 22, were people denying you drinks? No, speak louder for the people in the back. No, because
let me smack you. Smack you for people in the back?
Because when you were 22, what were you doing? But when I'm 22, about to be 23.
Yeah, but what you gonna do when you had that drink?
I don't know, Mom. Be normal and civil like I always am.
No, you not really not.
I am. You've never seen me act a fool. Now, when we went to go see, what was that?
Mission Impossible?
No, that was good, pretty good. Mission Impossible was pretty good.
Darius said we need movie etiquette.
We'll get to that later, but you do. Very much so. When we went to go see Free Guy, is that what it's called? In Las Vegas, I drank before we went there. You remember this? This was a couple years ago. This is 2021.
You was with me?
Yes, it was just me and you. And I had to buy, we got drinks there. And I had to buy a liter of water because I was doing I was doing flips, cartwheels, and spinning, and my body was still. And I said the whole movie, I felt like I was literally gonna projectile vomit on the screen. The whole time, but I was just sitting like this. I went to the bathroom 3 times because I chugged the entire, they had the big liters of water. I drank the whole thing in the film, watching it. Because I felt like I was literally gonna gag and throw up.
And you wouldn't tell me?
No, I was just sitting there spinning like this going. It was terrible, actually. I was fine by the time we got out, but I literally was on the verge of like throwing up on the seat.
What did you drink?
I don't know. I don't think I got anything there.
And I wasn't doing that?
No, you were going. It's pretty nice.
I don't know if I was doing all that.
And I said, what is going on?
I don't know if I was doing all that.
I think we had that Don Julio, 1942. And I felt like my mind was in 1942 and my body was in 2022.
Oh, we did have that. That was in Vegas.
I said that. I did.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And my head was spinning. It was terrible.
We drank 2 shots today, didn't we? 2 shots is too much. When you had that, what was it? Yeah, it was Don Julio. The long bottle, y'all, and it was like $250.
Don Julio's the Don Julio now.
Yeah.
I'm not using. And is that Is it dark or light? I don't know what it is.
It was actually light. That's tequila.
Yeah, but
Ain't
it was like brown.
I thought it was
the
tequila.
color of it, but what makes a liquor dark or light? Is it just the color? Because I feel like I've seen brown liquors and like this is light.
Have you ever drunk the drink with the worm in it? Would you
But
ever
I know
do that?
they're tequilas.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Does does the
guy.
worm make it brown?
I know this guy who he smuggled in. I was in Tucson. This was pretty good. He had some tequila from Mexico, and he brought.
Why you had to smuggle it in?
I don't know.
Did you drink some?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you better not have it. If he got to
Let me tell
smuggle
you
it
why
in.
I didn't drink any.
Why?
I don't know if he smuggled it in. I know he got it from Mexico. I think he said that he did. That
Did he have it in between his?
Because I think this specific one was illegal here. Or I don't know. But anyways, what do you mean? Did he have it between his what? What is that?
You know what I'm saying?
Between his what?
You know what?
Mom, I don't know between his what?
His butt crack.
Ew. Mom, first of all, it's a big bottle.
That's how people smuggle it in.
Mom.
Or under
Under what? This is an adult channel.
the BALLF.
First of all, that is NASTY. Is what it is.
People do it all the time, Darius.
Mom.
That's how you get the drugs.
First of all, oh my God.
They put it in their booty crack and everything.
Those are not.
That's real.
Listen, Mom. That's not a good hiding place under your BALLS.
People do it though. Under their sack.
Mom, what though? It would have to be so small.
Oh, there's drugs. I'm saying drugs are small, like they really be in little bitty bags. Some people put it in their booty hole, and they crack the booty. They put it in their rectum, right at the tip.
That might be a lot, I think. But like for what though? It's not that
To
much.
hide.
But it's not that much.
Boy, that's enough to get you in jail.
No, I'm saying like if it's not that much, you must be visiting. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not trying to smuggle it to sell it if you're putting it in your.
Yes, there, but some people, I don't know how big it is, because your butthole can hold a lot.
Okay.
The booty hole can hold a lot.
Okay, Mom. I think we're doing too much. I think this might be a little bit too much. I don't know.
I think the booty hole can hold a lot, so they be putting stuff up there and they be getting caught. Some people be trying to swallow that stuff with in plastic bags, and they get so sick and die.
Mom, that's stupid. Why
They'll swallow it and think they're gonna throw it up, throw it back up.
At that point, I think you need to seek help. I think it's time. If you okay, so let me show you my logic. Okay, you're coming from wherever, you're going to wherever, you're trying to smuggle anywhere, and you're only bringing a little bit, which means you're not going to be there for long. It's probably like
No, Darius, I'm talking about when they're trying to bring it to people to sell it.
But why?
Some of that stuff is a lot of money on the streets.
But
and you just get a very, very little bitty ball will get you a lot of money. So if they got a fist full of that, that's a lot of money.
okay, a fistful's a lot, but that's not going anywhere in your rectum.
Darius, okay, how about half of a fistful? Some people would stick that up their rectum. And then they sit there and they swallow it. Keep swallowing with bags and bags, and then when they swallow it, they just throw it back up. But some people they say it dissolve.
Do the people who are buying it, do they know that where it's been?
They don't care. Do you think they care?
Seek help. Seek help. I think at this point it's like
Darius, people that do drugs don't care about where it come from, as long as they get their hit. They don't be caring about, it came out your butt crack. Oh, where did you have this? Did you have this in your vagina? And
Mom, I'm trying to make this up.
But JJ, what you want them to say? They do that, and then they only ask them a question. If they did ask the question, they still gonna take it. If it's gonna get their next high.
Mom, I'm not doing it.
Well, we know.
Anyways, back to the tequila.
Okay.
He had, I don't know if he told me about this other one or he had one. I think he just told me about it. There was one with a mealworm in it.
Ew!
Just a little small mealworm. And it was just like, every time people would buy it, it would go like this. and it float in the water and slow down. And I said, yeah, I won't be having any of that. You have anything else? And then he was telling me about one where they actually have a dead snake in there. It's wrapped up at the bottom. It's coiled up in the bottle. Mm-hmm. And it basically ferments and gives it a little taste,
Ew.
A little bite. That's what it does.
So you didn't taste it?
No.
Did your
I
friend
don't think
taste
he
it?
had that one. I didn't have the middle one either. He just had them in
Would
the
you
house.
have tasted the snake one?
I wouldn't have tasted any of them. I don't even like tequila. I can't do it, frankly, to be honest. Tequila makes me gag by the smell of it. I can't.
That's sad.
So, long story short is that I only do what I can. I feel like I'm on the light train because light liquor because
You like dark liquor?
No, I don't. I don't.
What kind of liquor you
First
like?
of all, I've seen too many times dark liquor be having people do the craziest things, and I don't want to be one of them. Actually, I think I'm actually really normal as a drunk person. Like, you know how people are like, oh, you know, when I get drunk, I'm an angry drunk, or I'm a happy drunk, or whatever. I think I'm a really, like, iconic
Chill drunk.
Like, no, iconic drunk.
What's iconic drunk, Darius?
You know, icon.
No. Icon. Because I ain't never heard of iconic
I'm
drunk.
just kidding. But I think I'm just like, I don't know. It just makes me like, I'm just happier.
More alert. More
I think,
aware.
You know, I think I don't know, I guess normal drunk. People are just like, you know, you're happier, you're everything's, you know, funny and cracking jokes and laughing.
Oh, so you like
happiness. In the essence of happiness. Now there are some people who get upset, they get angry, they get sad.
They be ready to fight.
They cry. I've known people who cry every time they get drunk.
And get depressed or tell them woe is me.
Yeah, so
What kind of drunk are you?
What kind of drunk are you?
What kind of drunk are you? I'm a happy drunk. Hey, what's up? I love you.
Oh. I've never really seen Dad drunk. Because he doesn't drink to the point where, like...
He gets crazy.
Right.
Only when he's with me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which I've never been with you guys. Because I also... Would I be doing that in front of my kids?
Right.
Some people do. And if you do, that's yo! Because... Because I knew as soon as that came out of my mouth, people would be like, well, I drink in front of my kids.
Right,
No, I'm not saying you can't drink in front of your kids. But I'm just saying I don't know if I'm ever going to be like...
Let loose.
Yeah. I don't know.
And you won't do that in front of your parents either.
Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't do it in front of you. Only if you guys were on the same level. I'm very keen on that. You take a sip, I take a sip. You take a sip, I take a sip. Because I refuse for you to be talking about something. What are you doing? Because if you're not on the same level with me, I'm not embarrassing myself. At all. So you better be on the same level because I don't want to be waking up the next morning like, oh my, you know what anxiety is?
What?
Anxiety is the concept of waking up the next morning. Forget the hangover. Anxiety is like, oh my gosh, what did I do last night?
Right. And
that
you question.
is so embarrassing. Or I think Malik told me about this too. The Sunday scaries. So over the weekend, you did a lot. You might have done a lot. And then Sunday you wake up going, I might have done a lot this weekend. And so you get the Sunday scaries because now you're sober and you have no plans to drink again for a week. And you're like, oh my gosh, like Thursday I did this, Friday I did this, Saturday I did this. I might need to have to stop drinking. So you get the Sunday scaries. And then on Wednesday you're like,
maybe I'll do it again.
Tomorrow I'll be fine. And then it happens again. It's a college thing. Sunday scaries, and you get anxiety every single morning after the fact.
Darius, that's crazy.
You get anxiety. And then you go, what did I do last night? And that's, or like, Have
you ever had that moment?
Well, it's not like, I don't really forget. I have had times where I've forgotten.
And how did you feel?
What I done. That's really scary. It is.
Well, did they tell you what you did?
No, I don't want to ask. Because I get anxiety. Because I'm like, oh my goodness, I just like, what was that? Because like, I might have, or then like sometimes I'll, you know, have a conversation with somebody or whatever. And in the moment, it seems totally normal and fine because we're all like drinking or whatever. But then the next day, I'm like,
why did I say that?
I might have done a lot in that conversation. Or like maybe, was I being annoying? You know what I'm saying? So then I'm just sitting in my bed going, why did I do that?
Do you do that with me?
No, because I don't drink with you often.
I'm saying when you be acting crazy, why do I have a conversation with my mom?
No, I don't actually have that. I think I'm more worried about you doing it to me. Because I'm good.
I'm just saying, I was wondering if you ever had that come like, why did I have that conversation with my parents? I shouldn't have said that.
Because I'm always in a sober state of mind. I'm never in any kind of altered state when I'm with you.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have been.
I have been, but I'm like Dad, where I keep my cool. I'm only at 28%. 28. That's all. That's the max. After that, we're done. So
you ate 28% with us, but who you? How many percentages you with your friends?
Also, I will say this: I have heard from other people that they never think that I get that drunk. I've only been like where people like think that I'm really, really drunk, like probably 2 or 3 times. All the other times, to me, I feel drunk. There have been times where I've just drunk up to the point of actually throwing up. I don't know how much we can say on this video, but
you can.
I've been drunk to that point, but I feel like I don't ever feel that drunk. Does that make sense? So I'm very good at composure. Like I can be drunk, but you won't be able to tell.
Right.
There are some people you can tell right away, immediately.
Do you when you drunk, do you feel nice? Do you feel like, oh, I'm drunk, I'm sick? Or do you feel like, oh, I'm drunk, I feel good, this is a nice feeling? Or do you...
It just depends. Sometimes you drink and you never really feel... Sometimes you drink and you get the hangover symptoms right away. I hate that. When you're trying to have...
I never had that.
Where sometimes I'll just be like, my head is hurting. Because it depends on what you're drinking. Like, if I put alcohol in this... When you're trying to mix stuff, it's just
when you drink
sweet.
the cheap stuff.
Yeah, that too. When you drink cheap stuff. And, okay, well, I don't know if you needed to... Anyways, yeah, when you're on a college budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when you're on a college budget. Me and Will, our senior year, I guess it just started this past year. We were just like, because he has a nice paying job. Mm-hmm. Like for his age. Mm-hmm. And so then one day we were just like, why are we drinking what the other girls are drinking? And I'm being so serious. I'm being so serious. We're just like, what's the point? Like I don't need to be drinking twisted teas and what is it? Fleshmans. That was the drink of the century for the girls in Arizona, and it's $8.99 on a good day. And they made it in the back of the store. I'm not joking. With hydrogen peroxide. No, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't. But seriously, it's like super, super cheap. And then you put it in like mixed drinks and stuff. Because then by the time you put it in Hawaiian Punch, you can't taste it. And you get drunk. And yeah, it's super cheap. But whatever.
But you get sick from that.
Yeah, I'm sure my body... Listen, I had to give myself a thank you note after I left college. Because I put it through some rigorous times. Some rigorous times. We was drinking stuff on the back streets.
Whatever.
Anyways.
You gotta give him a thank you note.
Anyways, but then when we became seniors, we were just like, okay, now we're 22 now at this point. It's like, do I really need to be drinking stuff that's $8.99?
Okay, Darius. Like, okay, first of all,
and so then we started.
What makes you think you had a budget to go further?
What do you mean? What made me think that? I had it. That's what it was. I didn't think or not think anything. I had it. And so So then we were just like, we started going to Total Wine. But everyone else. The other girls were at 7-Eleven. We started going to Total Wine, and then like they kind of knew me there, and I was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And then we would just go down the vodka aisle and be like, what should we get? And we would just look to be like, oh, this bottle looks nice or whatever. And they were all nasty. All of them ended up being the same tasting as the flesh.
Yeah, but was it more smoother, more?
I don't know. I think that right now in my stage of life, I think that's fake. I'm sure it's not, but I just feel like everything that I've had, there's no vodka that I can drink straight. Like, oh, this is smoother. I'm still be going. I think I'm doing that every single time, no matter if it was $60 or $8.
It's true, because I can't stand liquor, but you get it just to get that little initial buzz.
Well, me and Will were looking at bottles.
You bought whole bottles?
Yeah, we would buy a bottle and we would split.
How much?
I'm acting like it was big, but it was like probably what, $50, $60. It's
That's
like
a lot for a college
Yeah,
student.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was more because everyone else is getting like
$20.
usually
bottle.
beer or like the cheaper beers, or they would get like like I said, Fleshman's $8.99. Sometimes they would get like
Hennessy?
New Amsterdam or whatever.
You ever do Hennessy?
No.
That's
Nobody in college drinks dark because it's expensive. Mm-hmm. And I don't really like dark like that. But anyway, so we had like, we're bottle collectors. So there was one that came in like, it looked like a Campbell's soup can almost, kind of, but it was black. It was just a can. I don't know why I said Campbell's soup. It was just a can. And I think it was called like, it started with an N, I forgot. And it had a little top on the thing. We were like, this is cool. It's like we're giving like a rugged, like a rusty can, kind of like, and it was like $50, and we're like, this is cool. So every time we would go to like our fraternity, we would just like walk in, and they'd be like, oh, what are you drinking? Be like, oh, you don't know about it. I'm just kidding. We wouldn't do that.
Oh, I'm saying, don't get that. Too
but everyone would always ask us what it was, because like they had never seen it, but we had never seen it either. We had just bought it from Total Wine, and we would always get a new one every single time. There was one that was all glass, and it was an alien head. Like it was an alien.
Was
head.
it good?
Or no, it was a skull. No, there was an alien one. Actually, it was an alien one, and there was a skull one too.
How much was that?
Same price. It was probably like.
Who's keeping the collection of bottles? I don't see no bottles in your bag. In your box.
I don't know. We left them wherever we had them. We thought we was gonna collect them, and then I guess some of them were at my friend's house.
You got too drunk and y'all like forget it.
Well, yeah, it's just more like, yeah. By the time the end of the night happens, we don't know where the bottle's at. Who has the bottle?
Would y'all share with other people?
Oh, every time. Oh, can I have a sip? Yeah, get you a cup. We were very nice. Other people be like, let me put this in a room. I was just like, everyone was like, oh, can I try some? Or, yeah, there's plenty of times where the bottle became the whole party's bottle.
Not with that kind of money. That bottle would have lasted me for two, 3 parties.
Well, a lot of times we would figure out a way to get it home. But I have tipsy tricks for the girls from my college experience.
What's the tipsy tricks?
White Claw surges, hands down.
Oh,
don't get the regular ones. Now they're a little nasty, but listen, let me explain.
White Claw, I tried White Claw the first time with y'all.
You don't really like White Claws because you don't like seltzer water. I don't really either. I don't really love seltzer water. It's cute sometimes. I think that those.
But White Claws will get you slapped.
Okay. Okay. Don't try it.
It gets you slapped.
Okay.
Did it? Sometimes it gets you slapped.
I don't know. It's just the way that you're saying slapped. It's like, I don't. What you thought this was?
Darius, are you mad because your mama is hip to the lingo? Anyways, right?
I don't know.
You think you talking to one of your friends and be like, okay, man, she knows.
No, Mom. People don't. I don't know. Like I hear slaps sometimes, but I feel like it's just coming from a younger person, so it seems more authentic. This seems like a little forced. I don't know. But anyways, so no white. So listen, the regular. You wouldn't think it makes that big of a difference. The regular White Claw, I just can't do.
Can I start over?
You want to do it now?
Yeah. What you say?
So the regular White Claws are only 5%. Mm-hmm. And they're cute. They're fun. Whatever. But by the time you get... Let me explain. There's a science behind it. By the time you get to the desired amount of drunk, you have drinking an ocean size of water. I mean, of liquid. So your stomach starts to hurt because it's carbonated. It's too much liquid. Oh. And you're like, I don't really feel that much. Right, or like, I feel like I can't drink anymore. So what you do is you upgrade to the 8%. Now, it's only 3% more. But I don't know what it is. There's something about the construction of the molecules of the alcohol in that specific one. After 2, you're gone with the wind fabulous. I know right now. And there's a certain setting for it. This is not a nighttime drink. When the sun is down, you put the White Claws away. The White Claws are for when the sun is up. Okay? The sun has to be up and the sun has to be out. It has to be full force and full throttle. You drink 2 or 3 at a danger. That's what we call it in the West. It's a danger. They call it a darty in the Midwest. Darty, day party. Dager's a day rager. There's a difference. So when you go when you're planning on drinking in the daytime and you want something light, like you don't want to drink hard. That's stuff for the nighttime. You drink hard at night. You're just kind of like you're maybe tanning. I don't do that. Obviously, I'm thinking of the way that my friends. Yeah. In Arizona thought about this. I never tanned, obviously, but when we would have dangers, that was like their
tanning time.
Yeah, it was like their tanning time, whatever, right? And so or like pool, like when you're out at the pool or whatever,
Right.
you always have to have a White Claw in your hand, like a little White Claw. Or like people like Trulies, they were a little cheaper, you could buy more of them, but they were only 5%. The Surges could get you sitting right at 3. Every time, without fail. Every time all you had to have was 3. Now they're a little bit nastier. They're not great.
I know.
But if you want the desired effect with less liquid, and you can count on it every time, White Claw Surges.
I know that y'all gave me some, and I said this will get you slack. I was like, oh, I said this will make you feel right.
Because I always thought from my college mindset that what are they called? Seltzer drinks and things like that, like White Claws, Trulies, and stuff like that, were just vodka, like a mixed drink, like vodka mixed with seltzer water or whatever. But no. It's actually, they make their own different type of alcohol that goes, it's not vodka. It's a different type of molecular alcohol that goes inside of those types of drinks.
Oh.
And that's why I think that 8% of a White Claw affects me differently than if I had an 8%
wine
or wine.
Yeah, wine. It would, or champagne.
And wine also affects my body differently. So I don't know the history. I don't know the science behind it, but I feel sometimes different types of alcohol affects me differently.
Like wine does affect people differently.
Right.
Like wine can get you slapped. I mean, wine can get you more tipsy faster than it would if you drunk, regular liquor. I don't know what it is.
It depends on what it is. Like, I think that, I can drink an 8% wine and compare it to like
8%.
I don't know. It just depends, but whatever. And also, there's so many factors that I don't like that. Now at my point in time, I understand my body. It took me a while to figure all this stuff out. Obviously, I had lots of trial and errors in college of trying to figure out, because you realize there's so many variables. It's okay. What did I eat today? How much have I eaten?
How much water you drunk?
Am I eating right before I'm doing it, or do I wait 2 hours and then start drinking? Am I eating right after I start drinking? Am I drinking during it? How much time am I going to spend drinking before I'm actually going to be at the function? How long is the pregame? Like things like that, you have to really think about, because there's certain times you get it perfect. Like, wow, I lasted in this drunk state as long as I wanted to, and the amount of drunk I wanted to be, and then when I went home, I was good. I could lay down and go to sleep. Sometimes you drink a little bit too much. By the time you get home, you lay down, you feel like, oh, well,
the room is spinning.
Was this the life of Pi? I'm on a boat.
Whatever.
You swimming, and then when you sleep, you swimming. You're like, okay, well, wait, I might need to get up. Yeah. Several times I had to roll out of bed as soon as I got in and went to the bathroom. So this is not for me.
But if you do a slow pace, I noticed if I do a slow pace of drinking the whole day, fill my body with liquids like water, and then take a little drink, and then do water and take a little drink like that, it's very good.
There was definitely recommended things that we never did. And I don't want to speak for everybody, but most people did do it. Like, I know you're supposed to drink a lot of water before you hydrate yourself. I just very much didn't do that. And I think that those were the differences between you having a bad hangover the next day versus not. Sometimes I woke up the next day going, I am not going out tonight. Y'all thought you ate that. I'm not. Because sometimes they'd be like, oh, well, like, okay, oh my goodness. Towards the end, my senior year, I just felt like it was just at that point, we had added days. Remember I told you it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday? We had added days. It was Tuesday we did this. Wednesday was a wine night. We had a little pizza. It was just the friends. And then Thursday we had a party. Friday we had a party. Saturday a danger. I'm like, okay, well, we're doing too much at this point. Like, I was trying to keep up. And at that point, I started to say, dang, I'm old now. I can't hang like I used to.
That's crazy.
When I didn't do anything my freshman year. It was very sad.
Yeah, but you made up for it.
You don't know what I did.
Yes, you did.
How you know?
Because every time I call you, I got plans. I'm out with my friends.
And it was very difficult because I was trying to juggle.
And he was a social chair.
Of my fraternity, yes.
Of his fraternity. Yeah. And then he planned every party they have. He has to be at every party. Even when you wasn't needed, you still went to parties.
Well, yeah, because you want to go to your fraternity's parties. I mean, yeah.
I'm talking about, even when I came out there one time to come see you, and you was like, I said, well, Darius, what you gonna do?
I was social chair. Was that social chair?
You wasn't social chair then. You had just gave up that was this year. First semester, and then the next semester with somebody else. And I said, Darius, you're not social chair no more. You said, so I just want to go support anyway.
Well, yeah, because I feel like that's my obligation. as a past social chair, I need to be there for the events. To, you know, not to make sure everything's doing fine, but it was more of like, I didn't do that. I think you're talking about a different year, because I didn't do that really this past semester. I really like kind of like faded out of doing those types of things. I don't know. And also,
was they still calling on you?
No.
At the social chair?
No, because we had a little bit of a difficulty, which I don't want to get into, but it was just like a whole big thing. But anyways.
Did you have to still do social chair afterwards?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's
it was fine, but it was just, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, the point is that, yeah, that's the point.
About the drunk tips.
Yeah, as a 22-year-old post-college,
You had your share.
I had my share, but
Drunken.
it's just too many. It's a lot of variables that go into
I'm
it.
just glad you didn't become an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, yeah, some people actually struggle with that. I know people.
Young people?
Yeah.
Your age?
Mm-hmm. Undiagnosed, but.
How you say they undiagnosed?
Mom, you could tell sometimes. Well, I don't know. But honestly,
They drink every day, even in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, every day.
I'm saying, but was they like that when they first got there? So you seen them develop into that?
Yes.
Oh wow.
So, listen, fraternity culture, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fraternity culture is a no. It's very like, you want to have fun in college. There's a line, and sometimes people don't know how to stop
balance
and whatever. Some people were, constantly. Those are my shoes. Those are my shoes. These are my shoes. Let's go. Those are my shoes. Nope. Those are my shoes. Oh, danger. I almost forgot. I got a meeting with my teacher today. Anyways, but yeah, some people didn't know how to stay behind the line. I hope that, and their excuse is always, oh well, when I get out of college, I'll be fine. But I hope so. I don't know.
That's what they say. They make excuses of what they think they can control it, or think it's just a phase. But quickly realize, you know what?
Sometimes you can, but
my thing is, the thing about it is with alcohol or any drug, sometimes your body depends on it. Where they try to stop, they can't stop because their body needs it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They go through a reaction where their body really, really suffers, and they're like, okay, I'm sick now. I'm sick. I have to have a drink in order to feel better.
Oh, you're saying like withdrawal symptoms?
Yeah, withdrawal.
I don't know if I've ever met anybody who has withdrawal symptoms when they don't do it. I don't know, because at that point, that's a lot. I wouldn't tell nobody if I have withdrawal symptoms.
Why not?
And I'm like, oh, my head hurts. I need a beer.
Darius.
Mom, I'm running. Mom,
you need to tell me if you had a withdrawal
No,
symptom.
I don't, but I'm saying I would never tell anybody if I did.
Why?
Mom.
So I can get you some help.
At that point, right, but at that point, you have to recognize there's an issue.
Darius.
And I think that a lot of people don't want to do that.
No, they don't want to do that, but I'm saying I will make you recognize it.
Well, I would just never tell you I had a headache or any withdrawal symptoms. But some people, I don't know, maybe they
I'll see you with some beer. I'm and the
same thing with cannabis.
Yeah.
Cannabis. People do.
But the smoking kind.
I saw that more. Saw that more frequently.
Yeah, but not the candy. Just the smoking kind.
No. I think that with all of it, I think that you can be addicted to any kind of forms of cannabis. I think that everyone's always like, and that was the whole big thing. It's like, you can't get addicted to cannabis.
That's what people say.
I think people
really depend on it.
Listen, let me explain. You can't be chemically addicted to cannabis. That's a very big difference than the other types of addiction.
Yeah.
You can't be chemically addicted, which means I don't know. That's what all I know is that you can't be I don't know what that specifically means, but you can't be chemically addicted. But I think you can be socially addicted. I think that you can be like, well, I have nothing better to do, so I might as well do this. Mm-hmm. Or I have it on hand, or I'm with my friends, we might as well smoke. Like, those are kind of like the addictions where like it's habitual. Mm-hmm. I don't know what else to do with my time because I'm always high, so I might as well do it more. That's more of just like you want to do it, but then those people are always like, well, I can stop whenever I want to.
Yeah.
But then they
can't.
Those 2 weeks they're like,
right, like I need to go get something.
And then there are also other side effects of not doing it. I've seen so many people where they're like, I no longer get hungry. This is crazy. It's very sad. A sad reality. I no longer.
They don't get hungry when they
don't get hungry unless they're high.
When you supposed to eat?
I know. but you're training your mind to say, I am really hungry when I eat. So therefore, when I don't have cannabis in my system, I'm not going to be hungry. So you like naturally just starve yourself because your body turns off. Like your digestive system turns off when you're not high. And so then you don't crave food, you don't crave anything until you get high, and then you want to eat.
Wow.
So you have to, or some people can't sleep any longer. You can't go to sleep. And so then when you because
it makes you go to sleep though.
Right. So then when you don't have it in your system, you're up all night. So you're like, okay, well I gotta.
I see what you're saying. So basically, they start doing it as I depend on it to make me go to sleep. I depend on it to make me this.
Right. So they become dependent on it, and now it's not a chemical addiction, but it becomes a social. And then like sometimes your body reacts differently when you're on it and off. Some people like want to do it every time they eat, or want to do it to help them go to sleep, or whatever, and then it just be
vapor. That's addicting.
That is another thing. Dang, I just had addiction all around me, huh?
You did.
That's crazy.
And you did good to come out normal.
Don't say what I came out. I'm just
kidding. Did you come out normal?
Yes, I came out normal. Calm down. I actually have never vaped in my entire life, and that was a feat in college in 2023 to say that I've never, ever, ever smoked a vape or a cigarette ever in my life.
Why?
I don't know. I think that honestly, I could have been peer pressured if it was the right time. Not the right time. Let me explain what I mean by that. Like, I have never done it, okay? And I know, and everyone knows that it's bad. But when you do it, or like when you get addicted to it, and I can tell you the path too. I know the path. I've seen it happen
for people that get addicted.
People who've never done it before. This is how it happens. You never do it before, right? You drink. This is an educational moment. So this is an education video. You drink, right? Whatever. And then you've never done it before. Or maybe you did it before once. You didn't think it was that cute, quirky, or fun. You drink, right? And then you're at a party, somebody's vaping, and now you're more susceptible to people like doing, asking if you want something, whatever.
Kind of tipsy.
So they're like, oh, you want to try a hit? So you say, yeah, I will. And so you try it, and you get a head rush, like a cigarette. For about 60 seconds or so, I think, or something like that, or whatever. And you're in Venus after you drink, the combination of drinking and vaping, right? So then you're like, oh, that was cute. And so then now when you get drunk, every once in a while, it takes a long time, but every once in a while you're like, okay, I'll do a little hit or whatever. And so you do it, and then you start doing it when you're drunk. So now it's like, oh, you tell people, oh, I only do it when I'm drunk. Right. So then you start doing it when you're drunk, and you're like, oh, I feel like a burden, because now every time I get drunk and I'm around people, I'm asking other people for the vape. So I'm just going to buy one. I'll buy one, but I'll only do it when I'm drunk. So you buy one, you do it when you're drunk, and then you wake up the next morning, it's by your bed. And all of a sudden it's on your nightstand. You're like, okay, well, I like how it makes me feel when I'm drunk, and I'm only supposed to do it when I'm drunk. And I tell everyone I'm only going to do it when I'm drunk, but it's here now. So let me just try to see how it... Now you own one. So then you do it then. That point, it's over. Now you're hooked. And I've seen it happen so many times. It turns from not ever doing it to doing it when you're drunk, to not being a burden, to not wanting to be a burden. You buy your own, and then you're hooked on just like everybody else. And it's a cycle. And then you ask the same people who went through that cycle, and they say, don't do it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. They literally tell, and I'm thinking, why would I ever want to do it when every single person who does do it tells you never to start? Because you won't get off. And it's so hard to stop. Like, extremely hard. I've never seen anybody successfully, like, be addicted to it and successfully stop it. You can't. Wow. And that's the cycle that happens every time. I've never, ever done it because of that reason. And so my thing is that I never had the desire to do it before that information was widely known.
Only because you see what it does to people.
Before that, like when I was in high school, I really didn't think that many people did it. When I was in high school, it wasn't that popular. Now there's 9th graders, 8th graders doing it.
I know. They say 6th
It's
graders.
all over high schools.
Layla said it was people in her school doing it, and she's in grammar school, like 6th grade. They get caught in the bathrooms.
Yeah, there's like
6th grade.
That's why they banned all the different flavors.
Yeah, I was about to say that because they had that big, huge, what was the name? Jules. And they had the watermelon, cherry.
They had mango. And everyone talks about the heyday. Because my generation, they were around when they started doing it, those were out. And that's what got them hooked. So they were always like, oh my gosh, girl, you remember the mango pods with this and that? Everyone always reminisces over the fact that the flavors were so good. And that's the thing, like, some people don't like different flavors. Now they even took away the mint. It used to be mint and methanol, I think. And now they only have the methanol. Because they know that more kids are going to want to do it with the more flavors
with the flavors, yeah.
But
people still do it.
Like I know they still do it because they were so addicted to the head. Oh, you know what the saddest part is? Is that once you get so addicted, you feel nothing but the withdrawal symptoms. You like, I have to do it. When you do it, you just get rid of the withdrawal symptoms. You no longer have the head high.
Oh,
that's terrible.
So you chasing the high that it don't ever happen. No,
you don't get the high. You just are like the urge to do it goes away, but you don't feel like it. And if you do, it's like 5-10% of what you felt when you first did it. It's just like any other drug. You get addicted to it, and your body gets used to it.
So your body has to have it. It's
right,
and like get my body normal again. I got to take a hit.
Right. So you wake up. So that's why. And this is another thing. That's why I always hear when you hit it in the morning, it's the best because you went to sleep for 8 hours and your body was fasting without having nicotine in the system for that long, which never happens in the daytime. So and this is for people who are addicted. So you don't do it for 8 hours. You wake up and your body's like, 8 hours I didn't have it, and now I have it again. So your head high. I mean your head whatever it's called, head rush that you get is a lot better in the morning than it is throughout the day.
Throughout the day, you don't feel it like that.
Because you do it every 2 hours or every hour or so or whatever. And then like...
don't have the same effect.
And then I always think about like, you can't do it in restaurants. So you're in the shirt like this. Or you go...
I've seen people do that before.
Or when you're in class, you go to the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom.
But you see it light up. It's a light at the end.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. There's rechargeable ones. The amount of money you end up spending. This is a crazy industry. Like I saw this in front of my eyes happen to a lot of people that I associated with. I gotta go get a vape. Or you know how much money you spend on vapes? Because depending on how fast you smoke it or how much you're doing it, you gotta buy either pods. You either have a rechargeable one or you have to buy pods to keep on putting. That's the rechargeable one. Sometimes there was one and it tells you how many puffs are on it. Oh. How many puffs you can get from it. And then other people want to hit your vape and then they do a little wipe off. And it's a culture. It's a literal culture. Oh,
a wipe off is still.
I don't. Never. I could never do it. I could never do it. I would never be hitting somebody else's stuff. Can I get some? But it's literally crazy. Like and those things like if you get a rechargeable one, I'm gonna say an arbitrary number because I don't really know. Obviously, I've never bought one, but I think those were like $25. And if picture you paying like $25 a week on something now you're just dependent on for the rest of your life. Right. Like you have to buy one. I just think that concept is so crazy. And then you're hiding it from your parents. You're trying, like, you don't want them to know and then when you're at home for Thanksgiving, you're going to the bathroom. And now all of a sudden, no, let me not. I was about to tell the parents what the signs to look for, but I'm gonna let y'all just figure. No. I ain't no snitch. No. I ain't no snitch.
Why you ain't tell them?
No. If you find out, you find out. But half of them, I'm telling you.
Oh, so you gonna know when your kids do it. If they do it.
I'm literally just I really hope that they don't ever do it. I really hope. Because it is a vicious cycle. It's like very, very scary. Mm. Like I just don't picture the people around me that I know who do it, which is a lot of people. I don't picture them ever stopping.
Is that addicting?
It's that addicting.
So is it true to get popcorn lungs and that can kill you?
And what's really scary is that we are the guinea pig generation. They don't, obviously it's different than cigarettes. It took a long time for people to realize what cigarettes do. Obviously we know now they're terrible, they give you lung cancer, all those things. But before it was cool. Everybody had a cigarette, everyone was smoking a cigarette, there was campaigns, ads, all this other stuff, and everyone was like, you're cool if you smoke cigarettes. And now you're cool if you vape.
Right.
Okay, it's a cult. It's not even like you're cool. It's more of like, oh, it's a culture. Like, oh, can I hit you trade vapes, you have it there. Oh, you got this flavor or whatever because you'll stop their flavors. But there's other people that still have flavors. So you're like, oh, what flavor you got? Oh, let me try that. Oh, that's good. So you sometimes I've seen people go to parties and they don't even know this other person and you will end up asking, you see them hit their vape, like, oh, what flavor is that? And now you have a friendship now because you introduced yourself over a vape. Like, it's a literal culture. And like, I just don't see people ever not doing that. I went my whole my whole life without ever doing a vape, which I've only ever met one other person who's ever done that. Every single other person I know has done it.
Wow.
At least once. But they don't, I told you it's a long time to get to the point of addiction. You might do it one time or whatever, but I'm telling you the quickest path is the drunk, which is a lot of people do the drunk way where you drink, do it, blah, 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 blah. But if you ever do it sober, I don't know how many people get.
It probably don't give you that same feeling.
Every close friend that I have that does it, they tell you honestly, like, don't ever do it. Like, just don't do it. Because the path happens and then you end up doing it yourself. And then, because they don't like doing it. They don't like spending 25 to, bucks a week trying to buy a vape. They don't like having to go to the bathroom at a restaurant in the middle of their meal to do, they're not in the middle. I don't know how crazy. Some people are more addicted than others, but like.
I see people do this. And they be having in between. They be hiding it. And they be like hiding it. And then you just do. Yeah.
And then there's something called a zero. You got to zero it out because sometimes you're in a place where you can't vape, and if you just do it normally, there's smoke gonna come out. So what you do is you put it in there and you keep it in there until all the smoke is in your lungs, which I'm sure is worse.
That's bad.
And then you're consuming everything, and then when you breathe out, there's like a little tiny bit of smoke, so you can't see it. So if you're in class and you have to do it, you zero it out so that there's no smoke that comes out. It's a whole thing. And I've been around it for years. And it's crazy. It's literally crazy. That was like that will be like a staple of my college experience was everyone was vaping. I think that's so crazy. Like a moment in time, my 4 years, everyone was vaping. So
you was at the start of it. You are in the beginning stages of the vaping.
Right. It happened to Gen Z, my age of Gen Z, we were the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
Because when I was in 9th and 10th grade, it really was like, I had seen people like maybe with them. Now this is a literal like late teens, early 20s epidemic. Everybody has one.
I see people in their 30s and 40s doing it now.
I know, but I'm saying like, when you're talking about like a young population, like everyone is doing it.
Yeah, everybody.
And I think that's so crazy. And I just can't, and now after knowing all that I know, I just can't bring myself to be like, oh, I'll try it when I'm drunk. Like, I can't do that because I know what that leads to. And so, I've never
You just don't want to be addicted to it.
And I think everyone thinks that I'm crazy for not doing it. There's some people who did it and they never, like, got addicted to it. So they're like, why don't you just try it? I tried it. I'm like, absolutely not. Because you don't know how your body's going to react to it. You might be like, oh, I liked that.
And then like, they get addicted.
I don't even want to start that. And then you get addicted.
I remember that, Temptations with what's his name? The guy that took the drink. He was drinking milk. Mm-hmm. He was always drinking the milk until he drunk alcohol because his father was an alcoholic. And he knew that he probably would become an alcoholic because it was in his family, ran in his family. Soon as he took that first drink, it was over, baby. That was Paul. It was over. He was a drunk. And he killed himself. The
more you know about your parents. My motto was, I did everything y'all did.
Yep.
That was my motto for real. I told you that. Did I tell you? Mm-mm. In my head, I said, well, if my parents did it and they fine, I could do it too.
Yeah.
You better be glad they didn't have
drinking. I don't think I would do the vaping because I tried a cigarette before and that was like gross. I'm like, how do people do this? I tried a cigarette before.
I think I've done a cigar.
I smoked weed before.
Only because they say you don't inhale it. So but I was like, what's the point then?
A cigar. I tried a cigar too. That was nasty. I don't like the way. I don't like the way where you make your tongue smell.
I just did a fake,
it's
like
gross.
not a fake, but like a one. And
I did one too, and it was nasty.
I didn't
gross.
Inhale it.
And never tried a vape, of course. And then a drink, but I never went beyond that. Cause I done saw too many frying pans with eggs in it.
Oh my god! Wasn't that a campaign?
Yes.
Didn't Hillary Clinton start
that? I don't know. I think so.
I don't know if she did.
They said this is your brain.
On what? On weed? What was it?
And this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Oh my god!
And then they start frying in the pan, and then the egg will fry, and you hear that sizzling. My brain is doing that. I be like, I ain't doing it. I look at the egg, y'all.
That's
look
crazy.
At the egg yolk. And that joke, they flipped that joke, I remember that pan. I remember that video.
No.
They should bring that back. Get y'all scared. I don't think that'll work this time.
It's called Truth. Work. You ever see those commercials?
No.
It's called Truth. It's like a ads targeted towards people my age and younger to tell you to stop vaping, and it's like always so I don't know. It's so scary because it'll show someone get like, and they'll have anxiety, and then they'll take their vape and they're like, and they're like, I don't know. It's just so weird because they like really target your symptoms.
So people do that when they have anxiety.
Some people get anxiety
if they don't have it.
If you don't have it.
Oh, okay. See, my thing is,
because it calms you down.
I don't like anything that can get me addicted. I don't like nothing that can. I'm not a person that can do addictions because I'd be like, I can't have. I would cut it off. Like I don't want to be dependent on nothing like that.
I think alcohol is so normalized, but it's actually terrible for your body. Alcohol's really terrible. It's poison.
I know some people drink alcohol and they can take that strong taste and they don't flip. That's the people that's an alcoholic. They literally, it don't be nasty to them. It's like they drink it like water. Every time I take a little drink, I be like, ooh, it burns my chest. I be like, it's so nasty and gross.
I know people who can like finish. This is crazy. I've never seen this in my lifetime. Finish a fifth. Do you know what a fifth is?
Yeah, the big old you buy.
In one go.
What you mean?
In one go. As in, drink the whole bottle. Not in a night. In one sitting. An entire fifth. That is crazy. Like you are... I don't even know how...
Is it gross to them?
Yeah, of course. But... I don't know. It's none of my business to be sharing. But I just think it's very interesting. Because I can't even do a shot without gagging.
Right.
A whole bottle?
Yeah.
And you also... The hospital. But obviously it never happened. But
because you get that... What you call that? Alcohol poisoning?
Yeah. It was just mind-boggling that a human being can do that.
Some people can take it.
The things you find out... Or the things you see in a party school.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Now that you show them, telling
that video I showed you, or that I posted on TikTok that ended up going viral.
That dude
of that guy in the pool.
He was more than that. Alcohol.
He definitely was. No, yeah, he was on that snow.
Oh yeah.
And that's also very common too.
In college?
Yes, Mom. I went to a PWI. They don't play no games with the drug. They don't play no games. I was going, what was that? I was at this party and I didn't really realize it until, dang, we did a whole hour. Let me stop it again.
They didn't have pills.
I don't know what they had, but I uploaded this video of this guy. If you haven't seen it, go on my TikTok.
Oh yeah, that video went viral.
I posted this video of this guy. I was at a pool party. This was like 2 to 3 weeks before I ended up leaving Arizona. I went to this pool party. All of a sudden, I see this guy start swinging on this guy. This other guy at this pool party. And I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden they fall into the pool. I said, where's my phone at? I said, where's that? Because I'm putting this on TikTok immediately. So I pulled it out and he falls into the pool. They're swinging on each other in the pool. And his friend, there was 3 people because the friend was trying to break it up or whatever. It was so weird and awkward. And the first one I posted got taken down from TikTok because they were like, you're showing violence, which they tried it. And I literally emailed them and they never responded. But because I was so upset why they took it down, because I see so many videos of people fighting on TikTok, but they wanted to take down my video.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I ended up just cutting the parts out where he was swinging. But he literally, his eyes were so scary. His eyes were he was like,
yo,
following him in the pool.
His eyes were so circle and wide. Big. And it looked crazy, what in the world? You knew he was on something different.
Yeah, definitely.
Than alcohol
And thing. I was like, I don't know, maybe some people are just crazy. I don't know, but whatever. So anyway, so then I was like, okay, that's a lot. And so then he ended up getting kicked out.
I know, I seen him.
He ended up getting kicked out.
They pulled him out. I saw it, and it took 2-3 guys to put him out.
Right.
Whatever that man was on, he was on something.
Everyone was in the comments something he on that snow. He had a little bit of puff. Not puff.
That was more than puff.
It was way more than puff. You don't do that on puff.
Now y'all need to go check it out. What's your TikTok?
My TikTok is Darius Gaskin.
Oh, Darius.
That's it. Darius Gaskin. If you look it up, you'll see it. It's in my pinned videos. But it's so crazy.
Yeah, that man was crazy.
And then, you know what's really crazy? I don't know if this is true or not because I was never able to fact check that guy in that video, people were commenting that saying that they saw him in another viral video.
Oh yeah, you said that. You said
getting
that.
kicked out of a hotel.
Yeah.
And I said, that is humiliating. I never found the video, but I had 3 or 4 separate comments, and it was a viral video, so like it's not like those people knew each other.
Right.
It was 3 or 4 separate comments of like, I think I just saw this video this guy getting kicked out of a hotel
and that was
3
him.
weeks ago. And I was like, that is so, I think at that point I'd be embarrassed. Do you think he knows that I put him on my page?
Actually, of course he knows about it. You think it's first they tell him this is how you act, dude.
Oh,
you need an intervention.
I would be so embarrassed. It has one.
Maybe that's going to help him.
It has 1.1 million views. I think that I would be embarrassed. I don't know if it's gonna help him if he was in another viral video 3 weeks prior.
I think he
getting
should
kicked out of a hotel.
I know.
Mom, the things that you see at a PWI. I don't know if this happens at HBCUs. I really don't know. I didn't go to one. But the stuff that you see with drugs is insane at PWIs. Or at least a party school. PWI. I don't know how they are. Maybe
But Arizona was one of the highest.
Arizona's in the top
6,
top 10.
Top 10 of schools that party in schools.
Of the Pac-12. I don't know. It's
That's
in the top,
why I'm
like,
glad you made it
4
out.
Or something.
Because I was worried. So this boy gonna go in sober, come out crazy.
Well, I don't know.
Because he was partying every week.
I was.
I'm glad your freshman year was boring.
No, I'm not.
I am.
I'm sure you are. My freshman year was boring and I hated it. It's terrible.
Oh, you made it back up. You made it up.
Okay, I did. Around 7 years. But I think I've grown and I'm matured in a lot of a slew of different ways. Before I went to college versus after, totally different. Totally different. I need to start a series on the things I learned.
Yeah, you do.
Anyways, okay, we're done.
Okay, y'all. So that was the end of this video. So y'all got y'all talk on the Darius experience with drugs. And
you already thought of a title? I know that's gonna be the title.
Darius experience with drugs.
Oh,
different types of drugs.
goodness.
And he's telling the truth about this and that. That's his experience. His experience like, I'm not gonna try that. I'm not gonna do that. I'll touch that, but you ain't gonna let me touch that. I ain't gonna touch that. Like, I would taste this, puff. Is a cigar, drugs? What does cigar got in? Nicotine?
I don't know. It's definitely something. But I don't get it because everyone just said you don't inhale it. Is that fake? They just said you put it in your mouth to taste it. And I said, what? And so I tried it. And then I threw it out. But I never inhaled it. I put it in my mouth.
I never inhaled it either. And I never held a cigarette.
I don't think you're just supposed to go something like that.
Yeah, because with cigarette, and then hold it in my mouth. And
No, cigarettes you're supposed to inhale, Mom.
I never inhaled it.
Okay, well,
I thought I was cool. I was like,
I would always take pictures with the stuff though to make it look like I would have a cigarette. I would go, or I would go like with the vape, but I never did it. I would always take pictures with it, or people would just happen to take pictures of me like, or like someone would be like, oh, you want to hit? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then just be like, just so I could be a part of the culture, and then I would give it back. But I just never did. I just can't. I don't think I can do it.
I can't. Well, anyways.
I made it out. I'm glad I made it out.
I'm glad you made it out because he don't do nothing. I'm like, he don't even hardly drink ever with us.
How about you? I was one of the girls in college. Bye. See y'all. See y'all, guys. See y'all. Bye. See you later.
Anyways, we don't drink anyway like that. But anyways, if we do drink, we drink sipping on some wine. Darius will take a glass or two, maybe or two.
Yeah, I don't get that drunk. I think I have a high tolerance for my body size. Honestly, I think I do.
Darius, and I don't think you do, because you couldn't hang in Vegas.
I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. I knew you were. I knew you was gonna say that. Anyways,
that's a whole different conversation. We're gonna let that go.
Yeah,
Anyways, we see y'all.
I don't even know why you said that.
Boy, you better be quiet.
I can hang.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, one day we're gonna find out we can hang. Y'all, we are gonna be doing videos. When Darius get back, he's gonna be gone for a minute, doing his Beyonce thing, doing his little, having fun with his friends. So he's gonna be gone for a while. He'll be back in August, mid-August, or beginning of August.
Kind of beginning, yeah.
Toward the beginning of August, so he'll be gone. But when he comes back, we're gonna start this series of Wine and Dine, or Winding Up with.
We haven't thought of the name yet. The names. But it's gonna be fun.
Wine it up with BD. Or DB. DB wine. BD wine?
We're workshopping the name. We're still workshopping the name.
But it's gonna be a series. It's gonna be on his channel and it's gonna be on my channel.
We're gonna go back and forth.
We're gonna go back and forth, but it's gonna be different
challenges, talks,
wines, because I'm in a wine club and I get different types of wine. So maybe we just do this week we'll start with we're trying this wine and we'll show you the wine.
It's gonna be fun, cute, and quirky.
feature.
You're not gonna want to miss it. That's all you need to know. We haven't workshopped everything yet, but it's gonna be fun, cute, and quirky. And yeah, I think that's the end of this. We're gonna start the series later on.
Yeah, we'll let y'all know
August.
more
We'll let you
information.
know more.
Yeah, details.
And I think series are cute and fun where you can count on the day that, like, okay, this is episode 5
Friday,
or whatever.
yeah.
So we'll see. But anyways, if you don't know where I'm from, like on YouTube, because I feel like I don't do this often. My page is Darius.
That's it.
That's it, actually. Mm-hmm. That is it. Mm-hmm. More namer.
His name, whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. Not yet. But my name is Darius on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram at Darius_Gaskin and on TikTok at Darius Gaskin. So please.
How you spell Gaskin?
Gaskin. And then my name is Darius, Darius. And so follow me on those things because sometimes I'm doing videos just like this with my mom on my channel. So if you're only seeing this or you like our videos together and you're only seeing them here, you can also see them there too. And like I said, we're going to be having the series videos on both her channel and my channel. So if you don't want to miss the different episodes, you're going to have to go to both pages. So anyways, we'll see.
And 2023?
Oh. You always trying to say something.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get his slogan out because I'm trying to make it.
No, that's your slogan. 2023 naturally me.
2023 new
I
me.
need my own slogan.
I said 2023 me. 2023 is a new me.
I don't like it.
You
I'm
don't
gonna have to
like it?
workshop it a lot, actually. Okay, we'll see you guys next time with another video.
Love y'all. God bless. Peace out.
For some crab legs, I want boiled eggs, I want shrimp. I'm a bougie chick, a whole mukbang. Gotta have that lemon rain, and I dip everything. It's smackalicious.